Here are 20 products that you can go ahead and sell today to potentially make yourself a bunch of money. What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle, and today's a good day because you found the right video. Today what we're doing is we're going to be looking at 20 products that I found myself. I handpicked myself. I didn't get it from alishark, I didn't get it from ecomhunt. I didn't go out to any of those types of sites. I went out online, I did my own research, I found some great ones for you. And what I will say is that you're gonna wanna stay to the end of the video because that's where I'm gonna put a lot of the really, really good ones that I'm personally testing. I never promote anything on this channel that I will not test myself, and that's a fact. So a lot of these products I will be testing. I obviously can't test all of them, so that's why I'm giving away them to you to go ahead and test out, see if you can make these work. And what I will say before we get started is that all of these products had a lot of engagement online. So this isn't me just grabbing a product that, you know, may work, may not work. It is working for people. It's just a matter of putting it into action, finding the right person, and obviously having a good back end to bring people through the sale. And you can notice I'm looking at my phone right now because I've got this list in front of me. I'm going to be pulling up screenshots of the products as I go along here, but I do want to just kind of keep it casual and read off this. But before we get started, what I do want to say, I'm giving away $100 cash in this video, as I've done in so many videos recently. So make sure that you stay to the end of the video where I will be announcing that winner. If you want to be entered in to win in the next video, go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment below. It doesn't matter what it is, and make sure you're subscribed. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first product that I'm going to show you is actually something I'm excited to test. I'm going to be testing this probably a couple weeks from now, but it's going to be this baby sofa seat, chair, whatever you want to call it. It's something that if you've been a follower of my channel for a while, you've seen that one of my big winners was actually in the baby niche. I love the baby niche. I do very well in the baby niche. And so I felt like this product would fit very well into the types of products that I already sell online. And there's a lot of different benefits for this product. People will spend, I feel like they're not very resistant to price when it comes to a lot of things that deal with babies, that deal with pets. And this is another case where you can probably get some pretty good margins on it. Right now it's selling for, let's see, it's selling for about $14 out the door. It looks like you could easily sell this upwards of 40 bucks. Getting that 2.5 times return on it, which is ideally what I go for. There's lots of different colors for it. It's something that's soft, it's gonna protect the baby, it's gonna keep the baby where it is, versus some of those harder options. So it's honestly a great product. I won't talk too much about it. It's doing well online, and there's a lot of good reviews on it, and there's a lot of orders as well. So super excited about that one. The next one is going to be this portable LED mirror, this makeup mirror. As I said, another big niche is obviously beauty, as you know, and this seemed like something that kind of popped out to me. It's something that somebody could carry in their purse, in their bag. They could bring it along with them. Girls are always in the bathroom touching up, putting makeup on, making sure that they look, you know, tip-top shape. And this is something that is great because it has the LED light around it, gives them amazing lighting. It's something small that it has a desired need, and it's also in the women's side of the market, which typically they're going to be the ones that are spending a lot more money on products than the men are. So I always jump on products like that. Now this one's an interesting one that I came across. I actually had never really seen anything like it. I'm not sure what sort of things I was looking at to receive ads like this, but basically what this is it's a set of magnetic balls and magnetic sticks, and people can use that to build and create Eiffel Tower. They can create buildings, they can create robots, they can create all sorts of cool little shapes, and really it's up to the creativity. This could be used for adults, this could be used for kids. I personally was intrigued. I thought it was kind of cool that I might actually pick up a case for myself, because it really just sparked my interest. And there's some amazing videos offline from people, you know, big influencers that are using this stuff to create amazing things. Obviously be careful when you're using someone else's videos. Maybe you could reach out to them, see if you could use that for a promotional piece, and then obviously maybe, you know, throw them a couple bucks, or maybe they'll let you use it for free. But this seemed like something that could be used, you could target parents that have younger children, maybe not too young. I'd say probably somebody that's kind of more age 8 to maybe 12 or so would kind of be the target market for a product like this. It's unique, something I haven't seen before, and I would recommend testing it out. I would say the top niches that I really make all my money in is the baby niche, the pet niche, and the beauty niche. And I think those three do really well. A, because there's a lot of demand. B, because there's high margins to it. And C, usually you get those people that they're not very resistant to price. So this one that I found is actually something I haven't seen before. It's basically just a Gopher Game for cats. It's as simple as that. So basically the cat will hit the little paw, the gopher will pop up, and then it'll obviously be entertained for hours and hours. It's kind of like a scratch post as well, so it has multiple uses. I feel like this is something that could do very well. It's something I haven't seen before, but obviously someone online is doing very well selling it, so go ahead and test that one out as well. And what I will say about that is that don't try to be, this whole pet store where you're selling all these products. Pick the ones that you think are gonna work. Test those out. If they don't work, go try something else. Don't try to be a PetSmart. Don't try to be a Petco. It's a mistake that I see so many people trying to be. You're not Amazon, you're not PetSmart, and don't try to mix the two. You're just trying to sell one product at a time, and then you move on from there. Now here's another product for kids. I would say the targeting would obviously be parents. You could target, Bobcat and John Deere and those sorts of things as well, because kids are always emulating things on a mass scale, right? So they go out, they see those big, tractors out at some show, or their dad took them to a farm or something like that, and they want to be able to play with it, but obviously they can't. So that's why you see a lot of toys that are based around real life things that kids can play with. This is a great example of that. This is going to be something that they're able to use. It's kind of like an RC car, but basically you've got an excavator, you've got a tractor, you've got another truck as well. These are things that the kid can play with and be entertained for hours. What I will say is be careful about electronics though, and all these that I suggest, be careful of electronics. Make sure you get a good supplier, because it could come back to bite you. And I always make sure I do have a good supplier that will ensure that the product's not defective. If it is defective, I want my supplier to refund me for those defective products. I don't want to have to take that on myself. So always double check that, because that's extremely important, especially before you start to scale anything. Make sure that you do your due diligence. Okay, now this next one is just kind of something that kind of popped my eye. I wouldn't be somebody in the mood for it. The way that I look at this is kind of like those lava lamps back in the day. This is kind of the next level to it, I would say. I've personally never seen anybody that I know that has something like this, but it was getting a lot of engagement online. Basically, it's a firework diffuser, right? So you get these little scents, and it lets off the scent in the room and makes it smell nice. This is going to be LED, so it can change different colors depending on what kind of vibe you're going for. Maybe you want a red, maybe you want a blue, maybe you want a pink or green. You can flip that in real time, and it kind of gives that mood setting as well. So I thought this was something that was cool. It's something that you could target a lot of people. I would obviously just kind of keep it broad interest. I'd target probably lamps. Honestly, I'd target lava lamps. I'd target college students. I think this would be a great product for college students as well. So this is something that I think you'd have to actually price pretty high, just because it is running for about 20 bucks. So I wouldn't feel good pricing this anything less than about $49.99. In the beginning, I'd probably test it about 39 bucks just to see what the interest is. Are people engaging with it? Can I get somebody to purchase it? And then obviously keep increasing until I find the right price for it. Here's another product that I would put in kind of the DIY type person. Anybody that's going out, they're going to be putting in time to make their house look good, to kind of renovate, to they're really hands-on person, is going to be this measure tool. So instead of having to make those tough measurements where maybe you're trying to build a baseboard around a pipe, or maybe you're trying to create like a really weird measurement that isn't easy to do with like a tape measure or something like that. The way that you can do it to make it easy is this tool. It basically has these little channels on it that they move back and forth. So if you apply pressure, wherever that pressure is coming from, it's going to create the shape on there. Then they can use that shape to draw that onto a piece of wood, onto metal, whatever the situation requires. They're going to be able to use that tool to do it a lot quicker, a lot more effective. The things that they're going to cut out are going to probably fit in a lot more flush. And it's really a cool tool. It's got a real utility to it, I would say. So I try to find products like this that have a real utility because they're really easy to convince people to buy online. Now here's a product that I'm extremely excited about. This is something that I'm personally gonna test myself. I don't believe this one had a lot of engagements online because I didn't see it online. I think I was going through AliExpress and it came up as like a related product to some things that I was looking at, and it immediately caught my eye as something that was unique, it was fun, and I think both the kids will love it, the parents will love it, especially moms. You've got these little almost like bug sleeping bags, so you've got like cocoons, bees, ladybugs, and we live in a world where we're so Instagram based, we're so Facebook based that I could see a mom ordering this just so she could take a picture of it to put online, to say how cute my kid looks. And that's kind of the world we're living in. So I think a product like this would do very well. It's obviously got good reviews online. It doesn't have a lot of orders now that I'm looking at it on my phone. But I think that it could potentially be an untapped product as well. So I'm definitely gonna test it out. Something like this would be great to have a video for. But because I'm not sure if it does, I think a picture would actually work just fine in something like this. I try to find a picture where there's a baby actually inside of it. Just a kind of a sidebar. Anytime that you're promoting a product, try to have a person in there. There's something about having a person in there because then I can relate, right? If you just have a product out there, there's no people involved, it's just sitting there, it's hard for me to imagine how it's used, what it looks like, how people feel when they see it. So in marketing, you always want to have a person. There's something about that human connection that instantly has someone's engagement, and that's extremely important. I would always try to do that. That's just another side note. Okay, this is another interesting one. I believe this was also a related search on AliExpress. I'll take a pause here just to say, if you haven't seen my video on how to research winning products, there's a video on my channel. I think there's a video down in the description. Go check that out because that's how I don't like put that out there and not use it. That's exactly how I find these products, and that's why I became successful on here, is because I had a good strategy to find the right products, and then obviously the marketing side of it I understand. So go check that out if you haven't, but until then, just stay to the end of the video. I'm just gonna give you like 20 that I put in the effort to go and do, but obviously go check out that video as well. So this is going to be I guess another niche, or another, I guess, segment, I would say, of products online, is this customizable side. So people like to see their names on there, people like to see their dogs' names on things, people like to see babies' names on things. They like to see names. They like to see, how can I customize it to make it my very own, right? So here's just like a teether bracelet for babies. I believe most babies have them. I believe parents go and get their babies them. But where you see the word baby, you can actually put in the child's name. So, and actually I'm not sure what screenshot I'm gonna put on here, but you basically, where the letters are, you can put your baby's name, you could put anything you want to there. It's a really cheap product, I would say, and I don't mean cheap as in, it's China cheap. I mean, it doesn't cost you a lot of money to get it. So you could probably get pretty good margins on a product like this. I could also see this as being an upsell for a product. So any of those previous products that I showed you about the babies, this could just be another little upsell to add to it. Like I said, that customizable thing is going to be huge. It's going to be very big. You've seen people putting dogs on socks. You've seen all sorts of crazy stuff with this customizable side, and it's amazing that you can get it this cheap. All right, so moving on, I've got another customizable product. I won't do the spiel again, but obviously customized is the way to go if you can do it. This is going to be kind of a unique little dog collar slash chain to it. The reason I like this is because they've got some really cool designs. If you go through and you look at these, they've got all sorts of unique little, what I'd say kind of has a little character to it. So people have their own like taste, their own flavor of things. This is going to be something that they can kind of show their creativity. They can show the vibe that they're working with, and also put their dog's name on them. They can put the number on there, and it's all in one. So you see a lot of people that actually get like a little pendant to attach to a collar. It's kind of bouncing around a little bit. It's all over the place. It's another piece that they could potentially lose, but this collar has that function built in. So kind of all in one there. Moving on, I think we're about halfway through, so if you stuck with me so far, we're starting to get some of the ones that I'm extremely excited about. And I would highly recommend you testing any of these. I didn't put any bogus products on these. These are going to be, if you do it right, something that could, you know, make you a lot of money. This Mermaid Blanket here is something interesting. I saw this when I first started drop shipping, but I didn't know how to do the Facebook ad side to it to make it work. There's a lot of things that were flawed up for me to be able to do this successfully. I actually didn't test this out back then, but I remember I had it on my store, just a general store, just to have it, in case people bounced around. And I've actually sold several, and I've never marketed this product once. I never advertised this product once, but I've actually sold it several times, a handful of times. It always comes in. I was always like surprised about it. But as you can see, there's a lot of orders on this product. There are so many suppliers for it, so that means there's strength in the market, that people are buying this because obviously there won't be so many suppliers. It's got a pretty good rating of 4.6. Women and girls love the unicorns, they love the mermaids. Those are two big things that if you can find products to base those around, they're gonna love it. This is a fun product. This is a product that, as you can see, can be, the mom can get one, the kids can get one. You can sell multiple units. And I would make sure to maybe do some quantity discounts if you can, or just promote, you know, something on the back end that somebody can get maybe a discounted one if they want to get, you know, more than one. So definitely go and check that out. We're gonna keep moving on though. Okay, so here's another product that has a lot of utility. It's in the pet niche, specifically for dogs. You know, hopefully you're washing your dog, okay? If you've got a dog, hopefully you wash it. Or, you know, maybe it gets out into the, you know, the lake, or it's outside, it's raining. The dog's gonna get wet at some point, so you're gonna need to use a towel, right? You're gonna have to wipe the guy off, get him all, so he doesn't track that all over the couches and all over the furniture and your bed and everything else. So this is a cool solution because you're able to actually put your hands in these little pockets and you can just rub the guy down. You can rub him right off. The margins on these are amazing because, you know, at a couple bucks, $2, $3, $4 to get that out the door, you could market this at $19.99 and make a $15 profit margin. Amazing margins and something like that. There's not a lot of orders on this, which to me means either A, it's untapped, or B, maybe someone's going through a sourcing agent and it's not being shown on AliExpress. Who knows what the case may be. The ratings are great. I would definitely go ahead and try something out like this. This is also another great upsell product. So if you're already selling dog products, this could be something that you could just add to someone's basket, increase your average order value, and ultimately you walk away with more money without doing more work, which is in everybody's favor, by the way. Okay, so this one's gonna be more high-end, and you're gonna see such a wide variety of different niches, different price points, I'm gonna be all over the place just because that's drop shipping. You know, I'm trying to get a little bit for everybody that maybe they could add to their niche store already, or they could add to another product that they already have, or if you want to start a new store. I'm gonna just give you as much ideas as I can. These are all gonna be potential winners. This is going to be a car vacuum. I would highly recommend going check this out so you can actually see how it works. But basically it's like a little capsule, right? So you kind of have this little capsule, you set it somewhere, maybe in your glove compartment, maybe on a little center console in your car, and you know, you're not going to get your car detailed every week, right? But maybe your kid was in there, he spilled his Cheez-Its on the seat, or your friend was in there, they were eating Taco Bell, they spilled the Taco Bell cheese all over the place, and it gets everywhere. So you want a quick fix, and this is going to be that quick fix. It's gonna be able to pick up dust, it's gonna pick up sand, it's gonna pick up, like I said, Cheez-Its. whatever the case is, but it basically comes out of the capsule and it'll suck it up much like a little Dyson machine. I think it's a cool product. It's a high-end product for a high-end person. I would definitely, keep it broad targeted, but maybe you target someone that has a little bit more money, because obviously, like a college student won't spend $100 on a little vacuum, okay? So I'd use your logic with a product like this and make sure that you're targeting maybe more of those affluent individuals, people that have money. Okay, so here's a product that I saw doing very well over the holidays actually, is this mushroom charging station. We're in a world, we've got so many devices. We've got a phone, we've got a tablet, we might have a second phone, we've got I'm getting text. You've got all sorts of things that are going on here. You got all sorts of things that need to be charged. How are you gonna charge this all? How are you gonna charge all these devices? If you've got a family, there's even more devices. If you live with some people, there's endless amounts of technology that's going on right now, and we need to charge this because we need to be on our phone all the time, and we need to be on Instagram, and how many likes did I get on Facebook, and is my YouTube uploaded? These are all things that need to be charged. You can charge your laptop as well, so there's a lot of uses, but this is going to be a tower that can charge, I believe, 5 different things at once. It also has a cool light, so if you go and you check this out on AliExpress, it's got a cool light. So if you got it out on your kitchen at night, you don't have to turn on the lights to go find it. Basically, you got this little mushroom light that lights up, keeps everything visible. There's a lot of different types of chargers as well. It's not just for like iPhones. I mean, they've got a variety of them. I'd go and check this out because I think that we live in a world that we need stuff like this. All right, so here, if we're just hitting on that light theme again, this isn't a charging station, but what it is it's a lamp that you can put on your bedside, you can put in your kitchen, and believe it or not, I actually tested this product years ago. I didn't do very well because I didn't know Facebook advertising. If you've seen my Facebook ads video online, I did not know that information. I wish I did, because I know for a fact I could have made this successful. It got a lot of engagement, got a lot of cheap clicks. I was getting purchases. I didn't know what I know now to make it work. And I think if I did, it'd be a different story. But I know in my heart of hearts, this is a winner, and somebody could make an absolute killing doing it. So what it is, it's got 2 balls in the middle. It's got strings that attach to either side of the lamp, right? And the balls are magnetic, so when you touch them and they hold in the middle, the light turns on. When you pull them apart, the light turns off. It's got what we call that scroll stop. So if someone's going through their feed, this is something that might just catch their eye, like, oh my God, what is that? I gotta watch. You're always trying to get someone to stop, and I think this is unique enough that it could potentially get someone to stop. I think it's gonna be someone that's maybe more of the bougie, modern look, minimalistic look, that's going to kind of add this to the decor, because it's also a nice little talking piece too, and I think people will have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so here's going to be an interesting one that I saw, I think maybe like 6 months ago, back in the spring. So this is one that I might not sell right now. I live in the Midwest. Right now we've got snow outside. It's freezing cold. That's why I'm wearing this jacket. So I wouldn't sell this right now. Obviously use your head, but this is something that when spring rolls around, so in the US, spring is gonna come in like 3 months. This is going to be a hot product that I would drop right away, because people are gonna be out doing yard work. They're gonna be, trying to make everything look good. I think this is a cool little thing. This garden glow pebbles. I don't know what you want to call them. Some garden glow pebbles or something like that. It could spice up a yard. It could light up, your sidewalk. You could put it all sorts of places. You could put it in those pavers that lead up to like a deck or something. Kind of gives you a cool little ambiance. And if I remember correctly, this actually had like 20,000 shares or 30,000 shares or something crazy like that on the Facebook ads. So people are getting excited about it. I think it's another one of those eye catchers that you just have to check it out and see what it is. I would definitely do a video for this. I don't think a picture's enough. I think some sort of video in a household showing what this looks like is extremely important to make this work. Okay, so here's going to be another one. This is going to be, and I'm gonna do a pro tip here after I explain this. So let me do this, but I'm gonna give you a pro tip as well, mixed in with this. So this is a product that really is something that you might have in the garage, you might have in a shop, place where maybe you got oil dripping or water dripping or there's scum dripping. But it's a broom that has rubber bristles on it, so it's a little more firm than a brush. So if you've just got if you've just got like a sweeper that, you know, is kind of like those little hay bristles on it, it's not super effective. It's inconsistent. It doesn't pick up everything. It just doesn't do a great job. This is something that's more durable. It has a specific purpose. I would see myself using this in a garage. I would see people that maybe work in the mechanic industry, work with cars, got to keep the shop clean. Maybe people that are, you know, doing carpentry in their garage, more of the DIY folks. So this is just a great product for that. It can also be used inside the household, so don't limit it to, you know, the garage. In my head, that's the first thing that I thought of. And I think there's a mass market for it. I think you can probably sell this for, it looks like you're getting it for about $10 out the door. I could probably sell it for $29.99, you know, make, you know, a 3x return on it. So definitely check it out. But let me give you a pro tip on how I found this. Now, when someone's doing very well on AliExpress, they're going through there and they're just, you know, buying orders to the supplier online, it's visible, right? So you see, like for, let's say you see a product like a makeup brush online, you see like 10,000 orders. That's gonna tip somebody off like me, drop shipper, that says, okay, so there's 10,000 orders, it must be a winner. So I'm gonna go test it. So the more people that have that thought process will go test it, so there's more competition. So what do you do to avoid that? What you do is you make it private, right? You hide it from people. So a lot of people actually work with suppliers to create what you would call a VIP link. Now a VIP link is a link that's created just for a specific person, and they can use that to fulfill their orders through. But you're not visible like some of this other stuff to the, you know, to the normal people. So these VIP links are created through it's a supplier and client relationship. But if you go ahead and you type in VIP or VIP link into the AliExpress search bar, you can get a load of results of people that are using these VIP links and they're selling products, and they wouldn't do the VIP link unless they were already found a winner and something was working. So I'm not gonna say it's a great gold mine of stuff that you're gonna find on there just because I don't know, just because I was out there and there wasn't a whole lot, but I did find this one out there. You'll find several out there of people doing it. And I personally don't get my VIP links for products, but people still do, and it's a great way for you to kind of find some new stuff. So I would periodically kind of check AliExpress for that stuff to see if there's any new ones that pop up. Okay, so this one, I would, let me preempt this by saying that I think that it's hard to sell a phone case. People, their rationale is everybody has a phone, the market is huge, all I need to do is convince like this portion of the market to buy this product, and you know, I'll make a bunch of money. You have to have that wow factor that you probably hear people talking about online a lot. If you don't have that wow factor, it's really hard to sell a product because people are attached. Like it's gonna be hard for someone to convince me to get a new phone case. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna be hard for someone to. I like this. It's simple. There's nothing fancy about it. I'm not the person that'll get a fancy one. Excuse me. But some people will, as long as it has the functionality. For me to buy something to replace this, it's probably really hard to do that, right? So it has to have that functionality, and I think this one does. I think this is unique because a lot of people are doing the AirPods right now. The AirPod Pros just came out. The people are losing them, and I also think that case that it comes with is just another thing that I have to carry around, right? So you got the case. You've got your phone, you've got all the other stuff that you got to carry, you got your keys, your wallet, you run out the door. Here's something where you can actually combine two things to make it more simple, right? We're trying to simplify our lives. So this actually has built-in holders for your iPhone AirPod Pros, and I think it's kind of a unique product. It's obviously selling really well. It's got 8,000 orders as I see it right now, and definitely something worth testing. I mean, this is something that I hope you can find a video online showing it. A picture might work. I don't know, definitely test it. I try to avoid pictures unless like I really have to, but this could do really well. And I think obviously you're gonna target people that have AirPod Pros. AirPods. Don't leave it open to everybody because someone has to have it to be able to be in the market to get one. So use your common sense with that as well. We've got 2 more, it looks like, so I'm gonna keep pushing through. I hope you're staying with me because I want to give you as many ideas as I can, because I think there's sometimes a shortage of ideas based on what I hear from people. So I don't want you to come to my channel and not feel like you don't have ideas to sell. This one's going to be a makeup bag. Girls are always concerned about their look, as you saw with the one earlier with the the portable mirror. This could actually go with that. These are products that you could cross-sell, upsell, do all sorts of stuff with. But what this is I don't know if you've ever seen a girl and her purse before, but there's lipstick, there's eyeshadow, there's brushes, there's all sorts of makeup going on there, and it's all scattered in their purse, and they're always digging through it to find their phone or to find their wallet or whatever the case may be. It's mixed in with everything else, right? So this is a situation where they could actually organize it, right? I mean, that's such a novel idea. Why don't we make a case where we can put our brush in there, we can put our lipstick in there, we can put all the makeup in there, and have it contained and organized so that I'm not rushing through stuff trying to find stuff while I'm in the bathroom trying to get ready while I'm out at the bar, or I'm out on a date, or I'm at work or something like that. This is a really cool way to organize all that stuff. It's got everything they need in there. There's lotions and everything else. So lots of pockets. And if you go through and find this specific one, you're gonna see a lot of cool designs. I think it fits into the personality piece again. And I think someone can make a one product store on something like this and then have upsells as well on top of it. I think it could do that well. The margins are ridiculous. It looks like it's about $1 for something like this. I'm not sure on the shipping, but you can obviously figure that stuff out. And last but not least, as it loads for me, we've got a desk lamp charger. This is going to be, I think, great for students. I think it's gonna be great for kids. Maybe even adults would appreciate something like this. It's, to me, the modern version of the pencil holder, right? You have that little pencil holder, you put your scissors in there, your markers, pencils, random stuff in there. This is going to be a lamp, it's going to be a pencil holder, and it's going to be a phone charger. Now that's a 3-in-1. That's called the triple threat, okay? And this one already has, a decent amount of orders, but it's not obviously over the top. It's got great ratings of 4.8, and I feel like it's untapped. I haven't seen this online that much, and I think that it's something that people should definitely not shy away from. Again, it's on that technology side, so be careful. Obviously, find a good supplier, make sure it works, make sure they'll ensure the quality of it. And I think this has a wide variety. I'd probably actually target parents. I think parents would be the person that would probably buy this for their kids. Maybe they have several kids. They'd probably buy like 5 of these at once, So it's definitely a product that has a huge market for it, and I think it's unique. It's something that's going to stop people while they're scrolling through their Facebook or their Instagram, and ultimately I think that it's untapped. So take that. May this be your winning product. I'm not sure. Make sure that, and what I do want to say as I'm wrapping this up is make sure that you don't try and test all these at one time. Pick one, really focus on how to make that look as good as it can be. Have a sound strategy for it, put it into action. If it doesn't work, come back to this video, find a different one, and just keep doing that until you find it. But I encourage people to stick through. I know that there's a lot of times that people get to their first barrier and they think the product's not gonna work. Trust me, you're usually gonna run into a barrier at the beginning, and you just have to keep pushing through. And I know for a fact that someone in this video is going to have a winner from these, and I'm definitely gonna have a winner from one of these because I'm gonna be testing these as soon as I get off this video. So I'm gonna wrap things up. As always, please like, please comment, please subscribe. It's all I ask from you. It does me an incredible amount of favor, because it takes me a lot of time to go ahead and research these. I appreciate the feedback. and I appreciate you guys joining me every week. I appreciate you tuning in, reaching out to me on Instagram with your questions. It gives me ideas, and I hope that this value is coming to you every week as I intend it to. So what I want to do is I'm going to wrap it up, but until next time, peace.